Hello, Namaste. I am Tara Ramtel from Kathmandu, Nepal. Today I am going to present my research work on social and behavioral effects of social media on health science students. Social medias are any websites that the people use to communicate with others, such as Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and many more. In worldwide, more than 5 billion people use social medias in early 2024. More than 94% of the people use websites and chat applications for communications. The use of social media has been increased, and it is also linked to many mental health issues such as anxiety and depressions. The young people today's age between 10 to 19 years are significantly higher to commit suicide. People who spend so many time on the social media networks have experience of sadness and anxiety. In Nepal, the people are using internet services day by day. Almost the 91% of the Nepalese use the internet on daily basis. After the COVID situation, according to the 2022 statistics, the more than 95% of the Nepalese people use Facebook. While the Facebook using become addictive behavior that may result, especially the young people and the students, they are giving less attention on the academic performance. Therefore, the aim of the study is to find out the social and behavioral effects of social media on students, because the students are not immune on these issues. Therefore, it becomes very important to understand how the social media affects them in these situations. In the methodology, a descriptive cross-sectional study design was used. The two health institutions, namely Asian College for Advanced Studies and Sankarapur Academy, both are situated in Lalitpur district of Nepal, were selected. And the students who are studying in the four diploma level health science courses and also studying in first, second, and third year in the course of certificate medical laboratory technology, diploma in pharmacy, radiography, and general medicine. The enumerative sampling technique was used and the sample size was 357. The primary data were collected through self-administered structured questionnaires from each of the participants, and also use the secondary data for the development of the tool and review of literature. In the data collection tools and the techniques, as it is mentioned, the structure of questionnaire were developed, and it was developed in English language. The questionnaire consisted of four parts. First part consisted of socio-demographic information. Second part consisted of the gadget devices the respondents used and how long time they spent on social media. Part three consisted of social effects of social media, and the last part consisted of the impact of social media on the behavior of the respondents. The questionnaire took almost the 25 to 35 minutes to complete. For the validity and the reliability of the instrument, the pre-testing of the tools were done on 10% of the total sample size on diploma level nursing students who are other than the study. The cross-checking were done, and some of the mistakes were corrected after the pre-testing. In the ethical consideration, the approval letter were obtained from the both health institutions. The written consent were obtained from each of the participants. All participants were clearly explained about the purposes of the study and the survey. The privacy and confidentiality of the respondents were maintained. The respondents were not forced to answer any questions which they found and feel uncomfortable. In the inclusion and exclusion criteria, the students who are studying first year, second year, and third year of the medical laboratory technology, diploma in pharmacy, radiography, and general medicines were included. And the students who are studying in bachelor level and the diploma in nursing students studying in the both health institutions were excluded in the study. The data were collected, and after the data were collected, they were rejected, cleaned, and the data were entered into the SPSS version 25 for the further analysis. Both the descriptive and the inferential statistics used to analyze the data. The association of the social and the behavioral effects on the respondents were observed by using chi-square test, and the significance levels of 0.05 was set. In the findings, first, the descriptive data analysis and interpretation was done to find out the informations on social demographic informations, preference of the respondents' social medias and time spent on it, and also the social and behavioral effects of social medias on respondents. The bivariate analysis was done to find out the association of social effects and the behavioral effects of social medias with the respondents' selected demographic variables. In the demographic informations, the majority of the respondents' age were between 15 to 17 years old. More than 50% of the participants were male, and the respondents, majority of them were enrolled in the general medicine courses. Both the respondents' father and mother's educations obtained basic educations, and the father's occupations, according to the respondents' father's occupations, majority of them were employed and most of them were engaged on their own business. The respondents use social medias after homework. After homework, they got the leisure time to use the social medias and access the social media network site. Only the 2% of the respondents were both working and studying together. The preferred form of the social medias and time spent using by the respondents were also assessed. The majority of the respondents, that is 77.9%, were using smartphones as a gadget for accessing the social medias. Their common social medias sites was Facebook. The respondents, majority of them were spent on social networking sites more than 30 minutes per day. 22.4% of the students usually use the social networking site and access the social medias in per day or time. The reason for using the social medias were also asked to the respondents. The majority of them respond that they use the social medias for the time pass purposes. To analyze and assess the social effects and also the behavior effects of the social medias, the 5 scale Likert was used. While assessing these both effects, the mean value were calculated in each aspects of the social effects and the behavioral effects. While if the mean value is higher than the obtained mean value, it is considered as the high level of social effects and also the behavioral effects uh, of the respondents. And if the mean value is lower than the obtained mean value, then it is considered as the low level, or there is no social effects and also there is no the behavioral effects on respondents. Both the to assess for both the social and the behavioral effects, the behavioral analysis was used to examine the relationship between the dependent variables, that is social and behavioral effects, and the independent variables, that is demographic variables, uh, the selected demographic variables, uh, such as gender, education, father's education, mother education, and the occupation of the respondent's father. And also the preferred social networking platform and the time of amount using it, the types of social medias and the most common form of social medias, and also the time spent on networking sites were assessed. While analyzing the association of level of social effects of social media with the respondents' selected demographic variables, only the respondents' father occupations are found a statistically significance of social medias. And the three preferred form of social medias found the statistically significance. That is the type of social medias, the most common form of social medias networking site, and also the time spent on social medias. While assessing the association's level of behavioral effects of social medias with the respondents' demographic variables, none of the socio-demographic factors found statistically significance of behavioral effects of social medias with the respondents. Except the times spent per day on social media and the reasons for using it uh, found not significant with the behavioral effects of social media. But the type of social medias and the most common social medias networking sites and time spent on social medias found statistically significant associations with the behavioral effects of social medias on respondents. On discussion, the most of the respondents use the smartphones, and the 54% of them commonly use TikTok, Snapchats, and 67% spends time on social medias for more than 30 minutes, and nearly 50% of them take social media as their time pass purposes. In compare with the behavior effects of social medias, the social effects found higher uh, on the respondents. Only the occupational status of the father is a significant statistical association with the social effects. Similarly, all of the respondents preferred social networking, and the amount of time spent using social media factors showed significant with the social effects except for 4 days spent time on social medias. Out of the social demographic factors found association with the behavior effects of social media, but the three factors, that is time of use of social media, the common form of social media networking site, and time spent on social media, found statistically a significant association with the behavior effects of social medias of respondents. In conclusion, um, in this study provides a new and novel experience while conducting about the use of social medias. One of the studies uh, quick point uh, was that the sample size were limited in only the two institutions diploma level health science students. So it cannot be generalized of this result. More than half of the respondents had a significant behavioral effects of social media, and less than half of them have low social effects. In compare to one third of the respondents indicates that the social media is the most way to pass the time with the friends and relatives, and the most greatest tool for communications. The social media has the substantial effects on the students' social and behavioral effects, with the behavior having a higher influence on them, uh, their lives, and then social implications. So the students should be appropriately educate on the demographic reasons that have generated changes in their behavior and social impacts. Thank you.